got the TR96, right, Tim? All right, so we've had a couple of issues, startup issues, which are normal. I know that they were going to happen. Issue one was right here with the unloading belt. I don't know why, but it popped off and burnt through before I could get the combine shut off. And the other one was for the shoe. The bearings came out of that bearing, so I went to the local New Holland dealer that's 3 hours away, Messicks, and I got the new belt. I got that bearing there, and during my walk around the other day, I noticed that I had a bearing out right here. Well, the funny thing about this bearing is if you look, it's got a real nice spacer right there, right? It's like, wow, that's pretty awesome. Well, this has never been changed in the entire time that this thing's been in existence. It's plastic. That little spacer is plastic. So I just took a couple of 3/2 inch nuts, put them in there. They're just exactly the same space. Put them in there, put that bearing in there, and everything looks pretty good to me. So it can survive that way. That's Afro engineering at its finest. Corn's a little bit wet. I've got the dryer running. I have to run this in batches. This is 21%. I took it out. Ooh, that's hot. Did you just run that, or is that heat come out of there? Yeah, she's looking good though. Corn looks good. It's a bit waxy. It's a bit wet. So we're just doing the work on here until I can go and combine again. But I have to get this corn out of here, which I'm gonna shut the heat off and let it dry down, cool down, because our temperature is way over the top. So if you turn that on, we are dry. I don't know how dry it is, but it's dry enough that I'm not gonna have to worry too much. Yeah, I think it's pretty dry. It went right up to 170. Whew, got hot. Anyway, I'm gonna need the torch over there, and we're gonna torch this thing. Give me the torch so we can pop that off of there. I'm gonna shut the camera off. All right, so it did go back together pretty easy. I didn't show it because I don't have that many hands. I had to smack that bearing in there with a dead blow hammer. Those work really well. I'd like to have bigger ones, but you know, we don't like bigger things. Some like it more than others. But anyhow, what do we got? Yeah, these will work. As long as I can get them on there, I don't care. So now what I'm doing is I'm hooking the shoe back up. This is a rod here. Let me turn this to that so you can see what I'm doing, right? What the hell is that down right there? Yeah. All right. Where's my little gun? There it is. Yeah. Now it'll shake better. All right. Come on, baby. To be. We have the gluten tight. Gluten tight. You want that as tight as you can get it. There's a bushing on the inside there. And if it gets any slap in it, it won't last. noise in there I don't like. The bearing. I greased it yesterday. Shaking along, I'll take it out in the field and run it. Oh, it'll blow right off. Alright, let's put it all back together. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Right? Good afternoon, morning, evening, whatever the hell I'm mumbling. Today is a lovely day on the front of the TR96 Combine, where I am going to be, or me and Cody, more than likely, are going to be flipping deck plates. These deck plates are worn, and what they will do is they will cause unnecessary shelling in the head, which I cannot have because it's expensive. So there's a couple things that need to be done to this beast. One is flip the deck plates, and the other is the weed knives. Weed knives. These are the weed knives. You just set the distance of the weed knife right close to the rollers there. So that's one thing that's going to have to be done today. So I've already taken that apart. It's pretty simple, a little less difficult than the older models in my opinion. I'm probably going to be buying new chain guides halfway through this season just because they look a little shitty, like they're starting to wear up here. And that's from running a lot of green material through. So I did go and read through, and it is common practice to flip them. These are not the hydraulic adjusting ones. Boo-hoo, because that would have been great, but it's not. They're not, so I have to deal with what I've got. I was going to buy new ones and put them in here, but you know what? 200 acres of corn, you know, to be quite honest with you, I don't think it's going to make much difference. I'll flip them and it'll be okay. We do have to set the distance. The distance will be 1.25 inches at the front and 1 3/8 inches at the back. It's slightly wider at the back than it is at the front. Oh, at least that's what the book says. Now I know this from years past because I've done this before. Makes a hell of a huge difference when you set those deck plates right. It strips the stalk down better, and it just makes things a lot nicer. So I may as well just get a tape measure on this instead of you guys looking at my ugly mug. I'll do this. Can you see that? I usually will, you know, so right at the beginning it is set correctly, 1 1/4, and at the back you're not going to be able to see it. I got a feeling it is still, oh, they got it set wrong. That's why it's pinching. It was set 1 1/8 inches at the back. So that's more than likely what the problem was when I started to go. I'm going to try this one here. I've only picked a little bit of corn just to test out the header. Yeah, 1 1/8 inches, or 1 3/16 inches actually. 1 3/16 inches back there. Let me grab this guy here and we'll try that again. See what the front is. And then I'll explain to you why it's important to have this set correctly. If you don't know. A lot of people out there don't know. Yeah, that one's set correctly at 1 1/4 inches. Okay, so the deal is, when that stalk comes in here, it doesn't pinch it, but it's narrower here. And then as that stalk gets shucked down and the ear travels back, you don't want anything to pinch in here. So as that ear is traveling back, as that stalk, it could wedge in here, and that's why I want to flip them, get that nice sharp edge going on there. You flip it over, you get a sharp edge, nice clean cut, no chance of wedging. So if it opens up 1/8 of an inch towards the back, the chances of it lodging in the back here and causing an ass ache and shelling out in the head becomes less. So that's the deal there. So we will be doing them all. There is noticeable wear. You can see right here, there is a bulging. I'm not happy about that, but hell, sometimes life serves you a shit sandwich and you got to deal with it. So that's what we're gonna do.
Yeah, you are picking
I was
on me.
actually picking on you.
Not nice.
And it was fun. Did you know that? Fun.
Keep pushing it. I know where you sleep at night.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Where do I sleep at night?
You sleep on the left side of the bed.
I do.
That is left.
I'll say, the snoots come off there pretty nice. You know that? Oh. How's this? Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna pull that thing all the way. That's what's out of my hair. Yeah. All right, so we're down to the nitty-gritty, right?
Yeah.
Right. And my wife shows me. Crazy Asian 2.0. That was pretty funny.
Crazy Asian 2.0.
No, actually, my first wife was not Asian. She was another word that started with A. Oh, Grant got it. He's thinking, what other word starts with A? Not sure.
Ah, you
She's
broke
watching
it.
this. I'm sure her beard to Milo. Right?
So what are you doing?
Well, I'm smoking crack up my ass.
I'd like to see that one day.
You really want to see me smoke crack?
Yeah, like your ass will be like...
I don't know, babe. You would actually want to... Could you pay me to see that?
I don't have enough money to see that to pay you.
People are just trying to think that I smoke crack. Many times as I say that, and then you're just like, oh yeah, I'd like to see you smoke crack up your ass. You're supposed to be like mortified and appalled, like, ew, you're gonna do crack? What's the matter with you, you stupid ass? But that's not how you are. You're like, oh, I'd like to see that. So what'd you do today, other than look at this? Can you believe that? What have you done?
You're trying to make your
trying
tummy
shit.
bigger. Stop. Knock it off. No. No, that's not my fault.
It's your fault.
Uh-uh.
Oh, I feel like Homer J. Simpson. So what did you cook me today? What'd you cook me today? Huh? What'd you cook me?
Cheeseburgers.
John Wanamaker's. How many pounds, baby? How many pounds? How many pounds? How many pounds of burger did you cook?
Well, you asked for 2.
I did. If it was
Okay, so there you go. So you get 2, and then you complain.
if it was normal size hamburgers, but you go and buy Congo shit.
Well, that's not my fault. Blame it on Costco. They make bigger sizes.
I don't. Did they force you to buy the
No,
large
but
ones?
isn't it the bigger the better?
Huh?
That's all women say. Oh, we got Minor here.
Shit, why am I dead?
Patay.
Front. Give me a new battery.
Grunt.
Oh, this fucking elbow hurts. Faggot elbow again. You know what that is?
Old age setting in.
Tennis. What do you mean? There should be batteries over there.
I think they're in the gun.
Well, find. They're in the tool truck then. So anyways, what are we doing? We're doing the same thing we were doing before you got here.
Okay.
And that is we're flipping strippers. Stripper plates. Deck plates. Because these are shot.
Oh.
And I'm going to try and get 200 acres worth of life out of them.
Okay.
And next year I'll replace.
So where is the stripper?
Well, the deck plates, they strip the ear off of the,
Ah.
right here. I'll show you in a second if you're interested. You interested?
Curious.
Oh, curiosity killed the cat, didn't you know? Oh, I thought that was, we got over there. Two of them broke off. Okay. I should probably change these guides as well, but that'll be next year's job. Ready for the deck plate? Deck plate 1.
Ah.
Like that. Deck plate 2, just for you. So, there it is. So what happens is, I will explain it to you so that you're up to par. Take your finger and run it down here. Kind of dull, right?
Yeah, there's nothing to it.
Now run your finger down this side. This side. See how that edge is sharp?
Oh.
Okay, so this came off of this side. New Holland's really cool. They allow you to flip them over and you can use them the other side. Because you need a nice sharp nice square edge. It doesn't cut anything. But as the stalks go down through, it pulls the stalk and then it catches the ear and shears it off clean.
Oh.
All right, now, because it's all rolled over like this, this allows things to pinch because it's like a ramp, it's like a wedge. So your ear comes in and then it'll wedge in there. Doesn't always do it, but because it can wedge in there deeper, it will actually shell out in the head, leaving all this kernels to just hit the ground. I'm thinking that we were losing somewhere between 6 and 8 bushels to the acre because of that, because of the deck plates. So I made the executive decision to flip them. I thought I had some new ones for the 974, and I believe they are the same. They are the same style. So what the other part is, if you look at it, you see the little divot, the dip, which is going to be right about here. You can run your finger this way,
Right.
and you feel the dip in it right here. You can see the dip in it right there. Okay, so that's where it meets, where the stalk comes in and meets the stripper rolls, or the stalk rolls, and it kind of dances around in this no zone here.
Yeah.
It'll dance around in there, and then it'll cause before it gets forced back into here, and it causes that to wear more there.
Ah.
So these are actually pretty decent shape. I don't think they're that old. I really don't think they're that old. I don't think they're original, but they're not difficult to replace either. These there's a pin here or something. Oh, this has a bolt. You take this nose cone off, and you pull that screw out, and then this whole thing will slide off the shaft.
Wow.
And then you can replace those. Did you just fart?
No, I said in the middle of the yawn because they looked like a bitch to me.
They
It does look like terrible to take out. Like
that's hard to take out?
yeah.
No, they're actually pretty easy. So you take this nose piece off here.
Okay.
This guy here is a guard, and then
Yeah.
there's a bolt in the end of it. So you pull that bolt out, and then this nose will fall right off, and then this comes right off. It's a square shaft.
Oh, so you don't have to finagle with all these chains in
No,
here.
it's easier to
Okay.
change these. It's easier to change these rollers than it is to do anything else on this machine.
Oh.
This is actually the hardest thing we're going to do, is change these or move these deck plates. So if that doesn't work and they wear really fast, shit ton of stalks out there. And have to do this all over again. I don't really want to do it all over again. But just in case I do, I've got Lucas Red and Tacky Spray Grease. No, they didn't pay me to say that. And actually, Timothy bought it. It's like a gimmick that he falls for every time. But I actually like it, so one of those things. Huh? Yeah, I know. It's like, ooh, spray grease. Comes in a tube, it's the same shit. That's the tail. Corn sprouting.
Oh wow, that quick! Holy moly!
Yep. That fast. Set up a camera and you'll be in trouble.
Oh. Now they'll probably be laughing.
Officer! Alright, you know how you're gonna go?
Yep.
She's pretty good at that.
Never works.
No, she's
Oh, woman's tears. That's the most powerful thing ever, they say. Woman's tears.